So whether you're a coach or you're not, I want you to take these 2 tools with you because they can apply to any situation. They can apply to any relationship. There's so much transformation that can happen in a relationship when you listen and ask powerful questions. Because there is definitely a time when you're working too hard as a friend. There's definitely a time where you're working too hard as a coach. And you know you're working too hard when you're trying to fix someone or give them advice because it's draining. It's fucking draining. And you don't have to work that hard because your medicine is to hold space. And you're holding space when you're listening. And you're holding space when you're asking powerful questions. And that is the way to create transformation. Like, that is the first door. That is the first portal of transformation. Welcome, Badass Manifester. I am so glad you are here. I'm your host and head coach, Ashley Gordon, master mindset and manifestation biz expert, founder of the quantum coaching certification, and multiple 6-figure entrepreneur obsessed with empowering you to create quantum leaps in your energy, your life, and your business. This is the show to help you make magic your everyday normal, where the ripple effect is real and the guest experts are world class. My mission is to power your conscious and subconscious mind with manifestation teachings, business tools, and coaching techniques to put your potential into action. Consider this your weekly up level. Are you ready for quantum transformation? Let's do this. Welcome back to the Badass Manifester podcast, or if you are brand new here, I'm so happy that the universe finally decided to open the door to the Badass Manifester podcast to you. So exciting. I am coming at you today with some really cool announcements to kick it off. If you are new to the show, you may not know this, but we are partnered with Organifi, which is one of my favorite green juice brands. And they have amazing products to help you literally live your best life, to help you feel well, be well, and really embody the highest version of yourself through drinking organic, high vibrational drinks, products, and things of that nature. So I wanted to just share this with you guys. I know some of you have been thinking about Organifi, been on the fence. Well, on the 13th, which is tomorrow if you're listening in real time, they are having a free shipping day. It's site-wide. They literally never offer free shipping. So this is something that I want to make sure that you guys are aware of, because not only can you get free shipping, but they're also going to have discounts on a lot of their products. Plus, you can use my 15% off discount code. So you get the 15% off, plus some products are going to be 20% off, plus free shipping. Really, truly take advantage of that. It's going to be huge. Something that we ordered boxes and boxes of are Organifi Immunity, because it's all about the vitamin C right now. And I just traveled back from Sedona, so the Immunity has been such a great support for traveling and being in a new place and COVID and all that stuff. So the Immunity is also on sale. You can save 20% on that, plus my discount code. So you guys, you know where to go. Organifi.com, Organifi.com/manifest with Ash, MANIFEST, Okay, so I just got back from Sedona, and I know that some of you follow along on Instagram, you follow my journey, then you know that my soul sisters and I, we launched a blueprint. It's called the Soul Sister Blueprint. It's not for sale anymore, but it was so amazing. We connected with so many women who are searching for soul sisters in their life. So when we are together and when we do our quarterly trips, we will be relaunching that course, that blueprint. And I'm excited for that. But before I left for Sedona, I had a literal panic attack. I don't know if you saw my stories, but I basically woke up the night before I was supposed to leave, and I had a nightmare. And it basically told me that I was going to die. And I don't get panic attacks, but I got a panic attack in the middle of the night, and I, didn't sleep at all. And then the next morning I was supposed to leave to go to the airport, and I canceled my flight, canceled my whole trip. And I was like, I'm not going. I am not going. The fear overcame me. And it was really intense. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't stop crying the next day. I felt stupid. I felt like, I'm just being dramatic. Like it was just a stupid dream. Like it's not even real. But it was just such a strong emotional reaction that I needed some time to just relax and like take space for myself and recenter. And then I did that the next day. Luckily, my mom is visiting. She's still in town. So she was like holding me and calming me down. And I was just like really in it. And the lesson that I learned was really powerful. And I wanted to share it with you before we really get into the episode. This is like a personal catch up. And the lesson is that I was on some level sabotaging myself from allowing myself to experience and have it all. And when I got to Sedona and I pulled up to the house and I looked out at the beautiful red rocks, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I was about to sabotage myself from having this epic experience. And it was a really harsh reality because how often do you do that? I feel like we all do that on some level. It's like, okay, if we are starting to have it all and we're starting to really expand and receive life the way that we know it's possible for us to receive it and manifest it, that little subconscious ego wants to take you down, wanted to take me down. And I realized that I can't make decisions in a place of fear, that I have to ground and wait. And luckily I had the resources where I could cancel my flight and then rebook the flight. It didn't even cost that much more money, but I'm lucky that I could even do something like that. And I'm also lucky that the airlines are not charging change fees right now. But it was really powerful to have the realization, and like my heart is like beaming right now as I'm saying this. It's like really radiating through my chest that it is safe for me to have it all. It is safe for me to experience life to the fullest. It is safe for me to be the best, biggest, most alive version of myself. Because that is what will impact the world. That is what will inspire people. That is what will motivate people. That is what will awaken people. And I say this for me, but I everything that I go through, and I share this with you, I feel like it's also a message for you. To allow yourself to have it all. And I know it's like cliche, like, oh yeah, allow yourself to have it all. But I don't mean it in any cliche way. I really mean it on like a very visceral level, on a very human level, and a very spiritual level. Where are you sabotaging yourself from having it all? And how is that affecting you? Because you deserve better. You're worthy. I'm worthy to experience everything that I possibly can. And I was in this ecstatic dance on a cathedral rock overlooking the moon, and I had a lot of realizations, but one of them was a promise that I made to myself that I would never let fear sabotage me. I promised myself that I'm going to ground myself into knowing what is true. Because when I felt those fear emotions, when I woke up that morning in straight panic, I had this realization that afterwards, I had the realization that extreme fear is like God shaking me, my angels shaking me, saying, Ashley, you're believing in something that is not true. You're believing in something that's not true. This feels so bad right now because it's not fucking true. So whatever feels really bad for you right now, I want you to take that and ask yourself, is it true? Does it feel really bad because it's true? Or does it feel really bad because I'm believing something that's not true? That's really powerful. So that's my personal catch up. And once I allowed myself to be there and embrace it, I got so much healing on this trip. It was a beautiful experience. I just love my soul sisters, and Sedona is so beyond magical. I want to do breakthrough days there. Like I want to do full on healing experiences there with clients. It's that powerful. So you might see that in the future. because it's really inspiring just to be there looking at the red rocks. And if you've been there, then you know. So that's kind of my experience from my trip. Of course, a lot more, but that's like the main lesson that I wanted to share with you guys. And I'm really excited for this episode, and I'm really excited because I have a new freebie that is launching for all my coaches out there. For all my coaches who are either thinking about being coaches or just stepping into this new arena of coaching, or you've been coaching but you want to up-level your tools. You guys know that's my thing. I teach coaches how to be world-class coaches. And so the freebie that I've created, drum roll please, is the Big Coach Energy Toolkit. So it is a toolkit for you to elevate your big coach energy, to step into your confidence, to up-level your coaching craft. I have a video training in there. I have a must-have checklist of how to run your sessions in there. I also have journaling prompts to help you really get clear with yourself, to elevate your craft of coaching. Because if you're a coach, I want you to be a world-class coach. I don't want you to be a mediocre coach. I don't want you to be okay at what you do. I want you to be the best possible coach you can be, and that's what I commit to, is to helping you with freebies, with small offers, with the Quantum Coaching Academy to help you elevate your craft. That's what I'm about. So you can download that in the show notes. I'm so excited. And then on the other page, you will see an opportunity to join the wait list for the Quantum Coaching Certification, Quantum Coaching Academy for the 2021 cohort. We start in January. So if you are on the wait list over the next month, you're going to have an opportunity to save $1,500 on the program. And all we ask is for a $350 deposit. If you know you want to be part of it, we do have limited spots available in the program. So make sure, if you know that you want to be part of it or you've been thinking about it, you're going to want to get on the wait list. So once you enroll with the freebie, you'll have the opportunity to get on the wait list. I'm so excited. Okay. And so in today's episode, we're going to dive in a little bit more about being a coach, the cycle of success as a coach, what your unique medicine is for the world, and my 3 biggest tips on how to anchor into being the best possible coach, leader, facilitator, human you can be. So whether you're a coach or not, this will benefit you, because learning transformational tools, which is what I'm teaching in this episode, will not only help your clients if you have them, but it will also help you in your everyday life with the people in your life, utilizing these tools. And then your relationships will start to shift and you're like, oh, shoot, Ashley's tool worked. Okay, cool. All right, diving in. Let's go. Throwing down a live podcast today. And I wanted to share that energy with you because I have just come back from an incredible trip to Sedona, Arizona with some soul sisters. And we basically go on these quarterly sisterhood retreats where we put ourselves through essentially a retreat, right? A spiritual retreat, but we make up what we want to do on the retreat. And it's so fun and it's so amazing. And the last couple of days since I've been home, I've been on this spiritual hangover. And now I'm finally coming back to myself, just feeling better than ever. So I want to share that energy with you guys and talk about some really good stuff. So today on the podcast, we're going to be chatting about a couple different things. One being the cycle of success. The cycle of success for an online entrepreneur, specifically for coaches. It is such a journey that we go on as coaches to put ourselves out there and to share our messages with the world and to have this deep desire to help people. And when we, decide that we want to be a coach and we start to put ourselves out there at every single level, no matter whether you're at the very beginning or you are, an established 6-figure entrepreneur, blah, 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 at every single level, there is a cycle that we go through. And so I kind of want to go through that cycle with you guys because you might be just starting your journey or you might be on your journey for a while, and wherever you are, I can almost guarantee that you are at this part in the cycle, at one part or another in the cycle, I should say. Let's talk about the cycle of change. So it looks different for everyone. And no matter what stage of business you're in or what type of coach you are, whether you're a new coach, whether you're thinking about becoming a coach, which is super exciting, whether you've already took the plunge or you're a 6-figure entrepreneur. And, I have friends that are 7-figure entrepreneurs that are still in this cycle of success, okay? And I personally have gone through this cycle that I'm going to tell you about so many times. I have gone through it on my personal journey, and trust me, it doesn't stop after you hit X amount of dollars, after you hit a 20K month, a 50K month, a 70K month, a 100K month. Like, it does not stop. It still continues. And it doesn't matter how many team members you have, you are still in this cycle. So here's the cycle. The cycle goes a little something like this. It's like we come out and we share. We're sharing, right? And inevitably, when you put yourself out there and you share, what's going to happen? You're going to start to doubt yourself. And when that doubt, when that gremlin, when that shadow starts to creep in, that shadow is meant for you to work with. That shadow is meant for you to say, okay, what are you seeing in yourself that's going to help you elevate to the next level? What are you seeing within yourself through the doubt that's creeping in that's going to help you not only break through your own stuff, but then help you elevate your clients even more to help them break through their next level? Because we can't go as coaches, we can't take people where we're not willing to go. So we have to do everything in our power to do the work and to walk the talk, to practice what we preach. So it's really important to realize, okay, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to share. This happens at any level. Then there's going to be something that makes you doubt yourself at any level. And then where do we go from there? We share, we doubt, and we break through the doubt, and we grow, and then we repeat. Over and over and over again. So we share, we doubt, we grow, repeat. That's the cycle. That's the cycle of success. Success is never like you share, you succeed, you share, you succeed, and you never doubt yourself, and you don't need to grow anymore, and all that stuff. No. No. It's you share, you doubt, you grow. Repeat. Over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, you're not exempt from this cycle. And it's not a bad cycle to be in. But the tricky part is a lot of people get stuck at different points in the cycle. So if you are getting stuck in just sharing, you're just sharing, you're probably not growing as much because you're probably not making offers. You're probably not telling people about your coaching. You're probably not creating versus sharing, right? And then when you're in doubt, you might get stuck in the doubt, right? Like the trick here is to not get stuck in doubting. The trick here is to see the doubt, see the gremlin, and be able to rise above it, be able to look at it and say, okay, what is there for me to learn here? And you get the learning and you grow. It's like you get the learning and you keep going, you keep moving. You're never meant to be fully stuck because you never really are stuck. When we're in doubt, we're deciding to be in doubt for as however long we decide to be in the doubt for. So when you get stuck in the doubt, I want to remind you something that can help you move out of the doubt, which is to remember why you started in the first place. If you remember why you started in the first place, this is always going to help you be like, oh, I want to be of service. I want to change the world. I'm here to help people. I've been through shit. I've been through hell and back, and I'm ready to like get my ass together so I can actually help someone else, right? Remember, like, you're a messenger of that sharing, of that message. And so when you're doubting yourself, you're not actually impacting other people the way that you know you can be. So make sure that you remember why you started. Remember that you're here to make an impact and that you're here to step into your big coach energy, you guys. Like, big coach energy means that you are willing to rise above the doubt. You're willing to dig deep within yourself, because you know you have a calling that's bigger than your doubt. Your purpose is always bigger than your doubt, by the way. So that's part of the cycle. And then you might get stuck in the growing phase, right? Where you feel like you constantly need more information to grow instead of implementing what you learn, taking that and then growing with that. So each part of this cycle is meant to keep moving and grooving, right? Because we have a medicine to give to the world. And this is what I'm really passionate about teaching and sharing, is that when I was away on my trip, I realized in this beautiful moment, looking at the full moon, dancing on Cathedral Rock, just like having this extreme peak moment. And I realized that we all have a powerful medicine to give to the world. I'm looking around at all the people on the rock that were just dancing and moving their bodies and feeling into the universe and feeling into the energy. It was so freaking powerful. And it just hit me. Like, we all have a medicine to give to the world. And the medicine that we have to give to the world is this beautiful ability to hold space, right? And I had this like, wow, what if we all just held space for each other? What if we all could learn how to hold space, to actually hear what people are saying instead of listening and immediately defending ourselves and immediately judging what they're saying and immediately getting into fear. And this is one of like the most powerful things a coach can do, is to be the most masterful space holder that they possibly can be. And in order to be a powerful space holder, you have to be so committed to doing the inner work that you transcend your belief systems, your negative thought patterns, your blueprints, your programs, your identities, to be able to hear, actually truly hear what someone is saying, what your client is saying, what your mother is saying, what your father is saying, what your brother is saying, what your friend is saying, what the person with opposite political beliefs of you is saying, what the person that, has a completely different perspective than you is saying, the person that you want to say is wrong. When you think someone is wrong, you are not holding space. When you're making someone wrong, you are coming from a place of judgment and subjectivity versus coming from the place of openness and objectivity and being able to listen from a place of purity without judgment. This is what I teach in Quantum Coaching Academy. Like, this is what we practice. This is what I ingrain in my students, because if you can learn to powerfully hold space for someone, they can transform. The world can transform. If you can learn to powerfully hold space for someone, you can change their life just by being quiet and listening. And there's a couple other things that I'll share in this with you to help them transform. But that alone is just, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. So just remember that you have a medicine to give to the world. So just imagine that the entire world could start to hold space for each other. Imagine the presidential debate if Trump was like, I'm going to hold space for you right now, Biden. Or if Biden was like, Trump, I'm going to hold space for you right now. Go ahead, say your thing, right? Like, it's unbelievable what would happen and how that would land with everybody that was listening, right? To be able to hold space without judgment, without fear, without doubt, but with faith and with trust and with a deep, deep calling to be a mirror, because that's what coaching is really just being a mirror for somebody else that is not about you. So if you could be that mirror for somebody that's not about you, but it's a mirror of unconditional love, like truly, like unconditional love, real love. It's a pure reflection, okay? This is like what came through to me when I was in Sedona. It's a pure reflection of the quantum field in human form for your client to see the unlimitedness that they are. So if you can really, I hope that you can get that on a very deep level. Being a coach is being a pure reflection of the quantum field. You are showing your client the unlimitedness that they are within you, holding that space for them. So many times I've had clients say to me, working with you, I feel like I could literally do anything. I really feel like I could believe in myself. I do believe in myself. I feel that I am capable. But that's because they've always had that in them. And I'm just reflecting that back to them, right? It's not me with a magic power. It's me helping them pull their magic power out of them. And that's what quantum coaching is. That's the power of coaching. And when you're in that success cycle, right? When I say, remember why you started, that's what I'm talking about. I'm really talking about that. I'm really talking about recognizing the power of being that mirror for somebody that's reflecting back to themselves in the unlimitedness that they are. Deep stuff, no big deal, right? No big deal. And I'm seeing all the ladies in Quantum Coaching Academy just doing that for each other because they have their peer coaching each other, but also with their clients. And not only that, but they're seeing it within themselves. They're seeing oh yeah, this is what coaching is. This is what being a leader is about. It's about being so powerful in my ability to listen, but to really hear. Listening is a craft. You have to actually work through your own shit in order to be able to fully listen and hear what people are saying. And also in your ability to ask powerful questions. So whether you're a coach or you're not, I want you to take these two tools with you because they can apply to any situation. They can apply to any relationship. There's so much transformation that can happen in a relationship when you listen and ask powerful questions. Because there is definitely a time when you're working too hard as a friend. There's definitely a time where you're working too hard as a coach. And you're working too hard when you're trying to fix someone or give them advice because it's draining. It's fucking draining. And you don't have to work that hard because your medicine is to hold space. And you're holding space when you're listening. And you're holding space when you're asking powerful questions. And that is the way to create transformation. That is the first door. That is the first portal of transformation. So I'm really excited because I know that there's so many of you who are coaches, and I know there's so many of you who want to be coaches, and I know so many of you who are doing the inner work, even if you're not a coach, on your own life. And I know that these tools will help you, will elevate your relationships, will elevate your connection to people. Because really, at the end of the day, people just want to be seen and heard. People want to be accepted. People want to feel like you understand them. Not feel like you're defending yourself, not feel like you've got something to rebuttal them with, but honestly, they just want to feel heard. That's it. That's it. And held. And people can feel held by you when you hold space and listen and hear without judgment, without anxiety, overwhelm, fear, or doubt. And when you ask them really powerful questions that are open-ended that lead them to discovery within themselves. And yes, there's a craft to this, there's an art to this, but I think that, you will be able to just take this and run with it in your relationships and even with your clients. And I would love to hear how, sitting with this has transformed your coaching and your relationships. So feel free to share that with me, tag me on Instagram, let me know all the ways that it's helped. And here's the thing. I want you to ask yourself these questions, okay? What if there was nothing to fix? And everyone in your life and your clients was going through the challenges that they need to go through in order to evolve and grow as a human. this question literally changed my life, right? Like, you know, my mom and we were talking, she's been visiting over the last month, and I don't know if she's still on here, but she was before. And we basically have transformed our relationship. My mom and I have had we've always been so close and so tight and so connected, but it's been so up and down over the years because she's battled with sickness, with addiction, and it's really affected our relationship. And now we have such a beautiful connection because we can hold space for each other, right? Without trying to change each other or fix each other. And we can actually just be there for each other without trying to make it anything other than what it is. And what it is beautiful, and what it is good enough. And I really do believe that that question, I know you're wondering what the question is. That question really changed my life. Is like, what if my mom didn't need to be fixed? What if I could just love her and accept her exactly as she is now? And I started to apply that question to my clients. Like, what if no client needed to be fixed? What if everything was perfect and everybody was on their perfect journey to get to what they need to get to in order to reap the lessons that they are now experiencing? My mom is on here. And when you stop fixing someone or trying to fix someone, you're actually creating space for the miracle to occur, whether it's in the coaching relationship, in a family dynamic, in a partner dynamic. It's unbelievable what happens when you leave room for all of that to unfold by simply asking yourself, like, truly, what if everything was perfect and no one needed to be fixed? What if your job as a coach could be so much simpler, right? To listen and to ask powerful questions to help the client shift their energy around the current circumstance. So my tip for you, among many, is to stop giving advice and start coaching, right? Listen more so you can leave more space, so you can intuitively know what to ask and when to ask it. And I promise you, you will help someone transform their entire life. It's beautiful. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. This will be on the podcast on Monday. And a very exciting announcement. I'm creating a freebie for you guys, and it's called Big Coach Energy Toolkit. It's a video training. It is a must-have checklist for every coach on how to run your sessions. And it is journaling prompts to help you be a better coach, to help you be the best possible coach you can be. If you didn't know, I am Ashley Gordon. If you're watching, hello. I'm the founder of the Quantum Coaching Academy, and it's a coaching certification to help you become a world-class certified coach and be the industry leader that you know you're meant to be. So a lot of us are coaches out there in the internet world, and yet a lot of us don't have the expertise and certification behind us to actually lead someone through a transformation. And I find that it's a lot of times the missing link and like the missing link, and the number one way to create a 6 and 7 figure business is to be the best possible coach you can be. Okay? Not just a mediocre coach. Like, if you're going to be a coach, be an amazing coach, right? So excited. We have the Big Coach Energy Toolkit. You can download that starting on Monday. So excited. And that's rolling into an amazing offer, which is the Big Coach Energy Blueprint. And the Big Coach Energy Blueprint is like the prerequisite for the Quantum Coaching Academy. If you're on the fence to become a coach, it will help you identify your true calling. It will help you identify who you're supposed to serve. It will help you gain the clarity you need, the confidence you need, the credibility that you need, and the craft. We're going to get into a little bit of coaching craft in there to be the best coach that you could possibly be. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for you guys to download this freebie. It will be available on Monday, so stay tuned. And I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for tuning in, for all the love and all the questions on the lives. I love it. And my mama made dinner, so I'm going to go head over to my parents' house. Love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Woo! We did some work today. Thank you so much for listening. You know I love my BAM fam. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who you know would love it too, because we live for the ripple effect over here. And how can you best support the show? Make sure you're subscribed, hit the 5 stars, and leave a review on iTunes, and let me know how the podcast has impacted you. I love being part of your real-time journey, so screenshot the episode and tag me and my guests on Instagram at Manifest with Ash. Now say it with me. I am my own power source. I am the master of my own energy, and I deserve everything that I desire. We don't just talk about it over here, we be about it. Now go get 'em.